Hey, we are back for the last few side quests. Hopefully these are the last two and there's not more after that.
That's
You
him.
know, the game likes fucking
Friend,
jumping me with
I have
shit.
news. I think I might have found a way to break Talor's curse.
Go on.
Well, after listening to the village elders and scouring every likely-looking tome in the library, I learned that not all Tomberries are the same little green menaces we know and loathe. Apparently, a chosen few live to incredible ages and grow to many times the size of their counterparts. The folk tales hold that it's the very eldest of these, the Tomberry kings, who weave the curses, and that their magics bind their victims to them, that they might continue to feed on their pain.
So if we slay the one that cast the curse, the feeding will cease.
But that was my thinking, yes. Though I doubt it'll be easy. These kings are not just bigger, they're stronger too. And if the tales are true, their followers will defend them to the death. It is a perilous proposition, in short, but it may also be Talor's only hope. What say you?
Sure.
I'll do it. Even if killing this king doesn't break the curse, Mysidia will be a safer place for its removal.
Thank you.
So then, where will I find it?
That, alas, I do not know. It must have woven the curse at the altar in Father's Fell, but as to where it is now...
Fannet! You were the one asking about Tonberries, right? Because there's a whole bloody army of them out on the cloak.
What? But why would they stray so far? And why now?
There's only one way to find out. I'll head up the mountain and see what's going on.
Right. Thank you. And please, be careful.
Oh, I plan to be. For once it's in this direction. Bum, bum. Oh, look what we have here.
They're almost at the gate, but they won't be coming any closer.
Gotcha! Boom boom.
That should buy Haven some time at least.
Clive, are you all right?
Fine. We've taken care of the immediate threat.
Thank the tides. I was worried I was going to lose you both. Talor, he took a sudden turn for the worse just after you left.
What? Is he?
No, he's hanging on. I fear the Tomberry king may have begun the cursing ritual again. In earnest this time. And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on this very mountain.
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor. I'm going up.
My thanks. I shall pray for both of you.
Damn right, we're going up. So what, the last time I had to properly fight a Tomberry King, excluding Rebirth, was to get the Guardian Force. And
Come on then. I crave an audience with your king.
Getting decent experience. Bum 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 bum. Is it up this way? Yeah. Hopefully by the time I get there, most of my things will have refilled.
Another group. They don't look very regal.
Oops. There's things like these ones aren't as threatening as their previous game counterparts. Like they used to stab me one go and I'd be dead. Oh, like this one's trying to do.
Farewell.
There's an item up there. Ooh, thank you. Up we go. Well, we're getting there. Such a fun ability. So fun. Just the one? Oh no, there's two.
Still no sign of the king. Could Fanit have been wrong?
Oh my god.
There's dozens of them. The king must be close. We'll have to take care of his followers first. Now that's a lot of Tombres.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get another level up by the end of this.
Looks like that's the last of them. Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like dark places.
Okay. Yeah, 65,419. That's not happening today. Some things level refilled by the time I get there.
Well, I'll be damned.
Oh, hello. Tonberry King.
It even has a crown.
Damn it, it's gone. Teleports.
Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here.
It's constantly disappearing. A little bitch. You can't sit still. How's that feel, bitch?
Let's try.
I'm letting you get away from this tsunami. Ah! Annoying bastard. There we go. Not the grudge. Can I have one of my things back, please? One of my, like, spread moves? Jesus Christ. Am I catching him on time? Yes. Fuck you and your teleportation, man. So not the grudge. Take the grudge. Jesus. Ow, ow. That hurt.
Let's try. Nice try.
Gotcha. $15,000. And there's the notched hang.
It's done.
Clive! Is it done then?
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Talor's condition, but judging by that smile on your face, I think I already know the answer.
You do? Talor! He's back!
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me. I owe you my life.
I'm just glad the curse is lifted. There is one thing I'd like to know, though. If you don't mind my asking. What made you seek the Tombury's help in the first place?
Oh, that, well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what. I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go. And I never told a soul. Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the sight of your sword brought it all flooding back. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I gave my old chain to the Tomburys, maybe they could take all that pain away. All that anger. But it only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you likely fell with it.
If only I'd known, I might have spared everyone a lot of trouble. I'd convinced myself that you were like them. That all outsiders were the same, but you're not. Far from it. Thank you, son.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Every time they do that, I do it back with my hands.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways on the path to the cloak, I went straight back to Talor and explained to him what you were doing on his behalf. And just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? Just like that? The Tombury King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then, perhaps one of them warned him of your coming and he broke off his ritual. Or, perhaps, knowing that an outsider was fighting for him was what lifted the weight from Talor's heart. I know, from experience, that many illnesses are not wholly physical, but of the spirit, at least in part.
Was there ever really a curse, then? Or was Talor simply suffering from the pain of his memories? And the guilt of what he'd done? For all the difference it makes. I suppose we'll never know.
Maybe not. But this much I do know. It was your strength and your selflessness that healed his heart in the end.
I'll be sure to tell my healer friend when I get home.
Boom. More orichalcum. Cool. Okay, I just see one left. This better be the last. Is there anything new I can make?
What is it you want?
Illudium. I'm guessing whatever
Till next time, then.
whatever I get
It is
thing
good to have a
here, I'm
bug.
gonna get 2 Illudium or something from an enemy, maybe. Where is it? It's here.
You wouldn't happen to have some time on your hands, would you, Clive? Only I was wondering if you might help me with something else.
Don't tell me. Another unruly dominant.
Not quite, but a dangerous foe nonetheless. It promises to be quite a hunt. Care to join me?
Sure.
All right. Tell me about our quarry.
A fiendish, cold-blooded beast known as a Givra. Normally, we leave such animals well alone, and for good reason. But I have an even better reason to want its tongue.
Its tongue.
If you'll permit me, tributary, I can explain.
Certainly, Yamila.
It's been over a week since me sister gave birth to her first child, yet she still isn't back on her feet. We've tried everything to restore her spirits, physics and nostrums, the laying on of hands and of leeches, but all to no avail. The healers tell me there's only one hope left. A broth as potent as its ingredients are perilous to procure.
It isn't only Yamila's sister who stands to benefit from this, by the way. There's her baby to think of, and Walias, too. She'd agreed to be his wet nurse, you see.
I'd be glad to help.
Thank you. Our hunters have no shortage of skill, but this task calls for more than that. And it won't be achieved through weight of numbers either. The Givra is as wary a foe as it is a deadly one. 2 hunters might catch it unawares, but any more than that, and it would pick up our scent a league away.
Then it is decided. The 2 of you will go, while Jill and I occupy ourselves here.
Perhaps we might help prepare the broth. That would be most kind of you.
Come then, Clive. The river of time flows fast, and so must we. There's a Givra that has claimed the ruins at the foot of the mountain as its hunting ground. But as I say, they are wary creatures. We'll need suitable bait to draw it out. The flesh of a forest ibex should suffice.
To the forest, then.
There's nothing a Givra loves more than a fat haunch of ibex.
There speaks the voice of experience. Do you hunt often?
Since I was a girl,
Can
my
I
father would take me.
Can I shop?
After he returned to
Nah.
the sea, Yamila's father. Our families have always been close.
Should have done it prior.
Even if her sister wasn't Walias's wet nurse, I couldn't stand by and watch her suffer.
Where was the cane you saw flickering again?
I've been slaying heaps of these fucking things. Yeah, I've only got 6 potions and 4 pies. Yeah, where are the ones I
Where will we
saw
find
earlier?
them?
Further in. These will do nicely.
Hello. Freshly roasted. $16 of them.
Return to the sea, and to the clouds rise again.
We have our bait, then. What next?
Next, we pay a visit to the Dark Gate to pick some local weed. It'll help disguise our scent.
39,819. Yeah, the whole time walking around these areas, I haven't come across a lot of potions on the ground. It's always craftables.
There should be a sprig or two of local weed growing somewhere around here. Look for the golden leaves.
Is this it?
Aye, that's the stuff. Crush the leaves between your fingertips and rub them on your clothes.
What?
If you insist.
Okay.
You could have warned me about the smell.
Like corruption, isn't it? We'll have an honor guard of flies before long. But it'll stop the Givra from noticing us. Its nose will tell it we're nothing but a feast for worms.
Oh, I feel so much better.
We can wash it off afterwards. If there's one good thing about the Givra choosing the ruins for its hunting ground, it's that there's plenty of fresh water nearby.
Alright, off we go. Now, will this be harder than the Tonberry King?
Where should we lay the bait?
Givras are creatures of habit. Look for some sign of its passing. It's sure to return to the same place sooner or later.
Marking its territory.
Something was. A curl, maybe.
Oh, do I have to get rid of these things first? Fine. You're in me way. Kill. Oh, there's a potion. Great. There's one up here. Somewhere. There, right where a fucking thing is.
Tracks. But I assume they're too small to belong to a Givra.
You're right. They're barely big enough to belong to a Givra's breakfast.
What is that noise? Oh, you.
Easy, Clive.
Rise high!
Oh my god, I just love how fast that gets rid of that bar. Just mwah! Great.
Nice try. Too slow.
Fire and flame!
slowly being slayed. There we go. I had the aquamarine, that's why I was making that thing noise. Okay.
A fresh kill.
But not a Givras. The wounds are too clean, too small.
So it's always the last spot, which I have to go. Oh no, I can loop around. Scoop that up, whatever that is. 2 bloody hides. Oh, right in front of me, duh.
These look like a predator's tracks. You can clearly make out the claws.
And not just any claws. These belong to a Givra. There's no mistaking them. We'll lay the bait here.
Let's hope our friend is hungry. Still no sign.
Patience, Clive. Hunting's not something you can rush.
Have you stalked these beasts before?
Once. Givras are fast, so the job called for a bearer. But even with my knack, it was a close-run thing.
Not many leaders would take such risks for their people.
Says the man who battled an icon to save a boy he barely knew. It is the way of the moats of water to use what gifts we've been given for the good of all. And I gather it's your way too.
It was Sid, the man whose name I bear. He fought for his people and their future with every fiber of his being. I'm just following in his footsteps. In many ways, you remind me of him.
Me? You're confusing daring with desperation. Quiet. Something's coming.
That's it.
Our guest has finally arrived.
Shall we greet him?
It'd be rude not to.
Don't let it escape.
Nice try. Nice try.
Bum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum. Ow. Ow.
Too slow.
Gotcha! Boom, boom, boom! Got a dragon talon.
You weren't exaggerating when you said they were dangerous.
They're forces of nature, all right. And with this one's passing, the river of life has calmed. O roaring torrent, son of storms, may your spirit run free in the open ocean.
Look at
This
the
flesh I claim, that your gifts might rain down upon us this day, and our river flow in spate once more. Well then, let's return to the village. We must get this tongue to your miller before it spoils.
Give me the thing, yep. Boom. That's so handy. Oh, that feels better. Oh.
Tributary, my lord. Did all proceed as planned?
It did. Here. One Geaver tongue. As promised.
Boom, boom.
Oh, thank you. I shall add it to the broth at once. By your leave, tributary.
If there is anything else that we can do to help, you need only ask.
No, no. You've already done more for my family than I can ever repay.
Just as you have, Clive, for my family. I only regret that I have nothing to offer you in return but my gratitude.
It's more than enough. Besides, I'm no less grateful to you.
For what?
For welcoming my friends and I into your midst. For showing us how your people live. For reminding me that the world we strive to create, where bearers can live alongside their fellow men in peace and comfort, is no mere fantasy.
I'd hardly call it comfort. Every day is a struggle. Though we do at least struggle together, it's true.
As must we all. I only ask that you remember the cost of using your gifts as a bearer. I know that you feel it's your duty to do whatever you can to help your people. But you have a child to think about now. And Wallis has lost enough.
I shall bear that in mind.
That's all I ask. Oh, and if there is anything else that we can do to help, well, you know.
Thank you. Truly.
Boom! Arm of Darkness for Odin. Right, is that it? There's another one. Water of Life. It's the thing, they keep chucking other ones at me. Can I make anything new?
What is it you want?
No, don't want to do that. Anything? Don't know where to get Illudium. No clue. Don't know where to get
Good
these
tides
Illudiums.
here.
Ah, you again.
No, it has to be him.
What has to be who? If you, don't mind my asking.
It's not your asking, I mind. It's my explaining. But I don't see any other way around it. You see, when a baby is born here, we hold a ceremony to welcome them. The rite of immersion, we call it. But I don't know whether Walyus was ever afforded that courtesy. What is abundantly clear, though, is that my ancestors never welcomed him as one of us. And I want to change that. The problem is, the ceremony requires 3 ministrators, the baby's parents and a witness. As tributary, the role of witness would normally fall to me, but being Walyus's closest living relative, I must play the role of mother.
So you want me to serve as witness in your stead?
That's right. A witness must be a trusty guardian, ready to steer the child through the stormy waters of life and on to tranquility. Which is why I thought of you.
Sure.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, Clive.
So, if you will serve as mother and I as witness, who will take on the father's role?
I have a younger brother. He should be making ready for the rite as we speak, though whether he is or not. Let me introduce you.
Please do. If he's anything like his sister, I'm sure we'll get on famously.
I'll bid him come to the Witten Hall. Will you wait for us there?
Gladly.
We're getting there. 21,000. Hello.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know.
Whoops.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
Of course I need it. I've got over 500,000 gil, lady. So that ups defense, but lowers HP.
Then I
Not
bid
worth
you
it.
good tide.
Not worth it at all.
It is good to have him back.
Please let this be the last one. There can't be any after this. I've done like 8.
Clive, my brother.
If it isn't my old mate Sid!
Ugh, him.
You?
So you do remember me, even stripped of my cunning disguise? I'm touched.
You two know each other.
My friends and I crossed paths with your brother on our hunt for the dusk crystals, during which we saved his life. 3 times, was it?
3, 4, who's counting? All I know is when Shula mentioned she'd called in Sid the Outlaw to help young Walyas, I could be sure that the little rascal was in safe hands. I mean, having seen you in action back at the tower, I know exactly what you're capable of.
So the mercenary you met in the Sage Spire, that was Clive. And he saved your life? That's a rather different story from the one you told me. And a far likelier one at that. It would appear my family owe you twice over. whether they admit it or not. Honestly, Fammy, would it kill you to tell the truth once in a while?
What? I said sorry, didn't I? How about we save the recriminations until after the ceremony, eh?
Yeah?
Speaking of which, what does this ceremony involve exactly?
It's simple, really. We each say a short prayer and anoint the child's head with holy water.
Nothing too onerous, then.
Not about the rite itself, no. But it does call for some preparation. One of the witness's responsibilities is to collect the holy water, you see. 3 phials for the 3 ministrators, each taken from a particular place. Don't worry, though. It's not as if you have to go alone. I can show you the way.
I'd appreciate that.
Famiel, you stay here and ready the Witten Hall.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
If there's anything Jill and I can do to assist you,
We'd be glad to help.
Thank you both. All right then, let's get started, shall we? There are 3 types of holy water that we must collect. The water of the mountain, of the river, and of the sea. We take the water of the mountain from the spring atop Maiden's March. The water of the river from the course that flows through the ruins of Riversmeet. And the water of the sea from the shallows of Tailwind Bay. Here are the phials we'll be using in the ceremony. I'm ready to leave whenever you are.
Well, luckily I already... What was the closest? 536, 537, 290. It's all the way up there. You know what, let's just fast travel.
We can collect the water of the river from here.
All right.
I keep thinking vial is just V-A-I-L. I never think it's P-H. It just sounds like file, not vial. One of those spelt weird things.
The water of the river represents life. It is constantly moving, constantly changing. And though its course may twist and turn or branch into 1,000 separate streams, it always flows in the same direction, from source to sea, beginning to end.
Like time. What of Wallius then? When your ancestors froze him, did they remove him from the River of Life?
They did. Like an ice-bound pool that didn't thaw for 80 summers. But now he's free to flow again, to live. And you and I shall flow with him, for we are all but drops of water in the great river of life.
I find that thought oddly reassuring.
Go on.
A drop of water might seem insignificant on its own, but as a part of a torrent, it can cleave a path through the hardest rock. It makes me believe we humans might just stand a chance.
I believe we might. Take care not to spill it.
Right.
Boop. Right. Bum, 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 bum. Nice. So okay, up until there. Oh, I passed it. Duh. That noise.
Stay back! I'm warning you!
That noise.
Someone's in trouble. Come on.
Oh, it's a kill.
Help! Help? What help? Nobody's coming to... Help?
We're here to help.
No one's here to help. We're here to help.
Keep it to
Tarama?
us.
The fuck is a Tarama? Weird name. Wah. Ow. Then you fight just like a kid. New enemies? Who? Bombs? Oh shit, ow, ow, ow. It's over. Ow, it's so vicious. How does that feel? Boom! Okay.
Is anyone hurt?
Oh, Sid! Thank all the clouds in the heavens you came. You saved us. Again!
Would you two care to explain what you're doing up here?
The chief sent us to fetch incense for the ceremony. So the Witten Hall smells nice for the little Ben.
You mean to tell me you braved this den of deadly beasts for some tree sap?
You don't have to do everything he says, you know.
Or if you must, At least have the good sense to ask one of our hunters to accompany you.
We're sorry.
It's fine. Just go back to the village before you get yourselves into any more trouble.
Right you are. Oh, and thanks and that.
Remind me to give my brother a cuff round the ear when we get back. Right then. Let's collect this water, shall we?
Yes. After my fucking potions took a hit. Might as well have a little drink
the rain
yourself
that
while you're
falls
there.
on the mountain emerges here, in these springs.
The source of the river. The source of life.
Precisely. Just one more file to go then.
Nearly done.
I thought there'd be a potion. Just boop here. Oh dear. Fuck it. Where are ya?
Run like the wind.
Run like the wind. Nope, not doing it. Which way am I going? Am I just going through that? Whereabouts is it? Oh, right here.
This path leads down to the coast. Usually we keep this gate shut tight, but since this is a special occasion...
Really, I have to hop off.
After it.
Okay, I accidentally decided to do that.
Thank the tides the weather held. This place can be treacherous when the waves are high. If it weren't for the holy water, no one would ever come down here.
I'll be sure to watch my step.
Water flows to the sea, then rises into the clouds. Just like life, the end is not the end, only a new beginning. My ancestors chose this place because it was where the first boat landed.
Then it's a good thing they didn't land closer to the surge.
Quite.
The water of the sea. I still can't help but be awed by it.
Oh? All that wave ever made me feel was pity and sorrow for the innocent life trapped inside it. The child my great-grandfather sacrificed to try to change his people's fate. It was wrong, an unforgivable sin. But I often wonder, will my descendants ever forgive me for what I have done? As tributary, I've faced many difficult choices. And though I've always striven to do what's best for my people, here we live in poverty, hidden away from the world. So have my choices denied them a better life, just as my ancestors denied Walyas his?
You would not forcibly sacrifice one of your people to save the others. You do the best you can for all of them, as do I. We share in their woes, just as we share in their joys. And the most we can do is try to bring them more of the latter.
Aye, you're right. And try I shall, to bring all of my people a better tomorrow. Walyas included.
Then I wish you luck. If my time with the boy is any indication, he's going to be quite a handful.
Then we must start as we mean to go on, and give him the very best welcome we can.
Where to next, then?
Back to the village, to find out if my brother has made the necessary preparations. Or got his lackeys to do it for him.
We have the holy water. Is everything else in place?
All ready to go. Told you could count on me.
Then let us begin. Famiel, have your men summon everyone to the Witten Hall.
Right you are.
Shula, wait. I don't know the words.
Don't worry. There aren't many of them. We'll have time enough to practice before people arrive. My friends, we are gathered here today to welcome this child into our community by the rite of immersion, as has been our custom since the first reign. As tributary, I would normally perform the rite with the child's parents, but Walyas's mother and father returned to the sea long ago. So I and my brother Famiel shall serve as his family, while the one who returned him to us shall bear witness in my stead. Clive, if you would step forward.
Like the rain that falls on the mountains tall, are we born.
Like the river that flows through the valleys below, do we live.
Like the boundless sea, where the currents run free, do we die, and to the clouds then rise again.
The circle of water is the circle of life, and today from the heavens falls rain anew. This child, Walyas, now joins our stream, and he shall flow with us from the mountains to the sea.
Very nice.
You played your part to a T, Clive. Thank you. It means a lot to us.
I was honored to be asked. And terrified I'd miss.
Now that you're part of the family, young Walyas, my lad. Uncle Samuel can teach you the ways of the world.
Oh, no, he can't.
Eh?
Don't be so hasty. Your brother's knack for self-preservation might serve him well.
Ha! You are never going to let me live that down, are you?
I'm gonna raise Walyas as if he were my own. Teach him everything I know about life, our people, and our past. But with all the mother crystals gone, he will grow up in a world without comforts. One where we only have ourselves and each other to rely on.
I'd say your people are better prepared than most to survive in such a world, Shula. To thrive, indeed, under your guidance.
Only if nature continues to smile on us. If we were to lose her gifts, we'd be left with nothing at all.
Yes. But it needn't come to that. Not if we can stop the spread of the blight. So long as we can save a single patch of soil, we can plant the seeds for a new world. One where we can all be free.
Perhaps then we might finally be able to step out from behind our curtain, eh? Till that day comes, I wish you good tide.
Thank you. We should be on our way.
Well, you be careful out there.
Aye, you steer clear of trouble now.
Likewise.
Quest complete. Displayed in Clive's chambers. Now, is that it?
To think, we must be the first outsiders to have witnessed that rite.
Thank you.
In over a century.
Walyas has been waiting for it for nearly as long. He seemed pleased to be finally rejoining the family.
Now all we have to do is save that family.
Now what I want to do is go into the chambers and look at what I've got. Whoops. Boop.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
I was going to say, oh, a new sword, but no, that's nothing new.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
I doubt, just like the other, you haven't got anything.
So what do I owe the honour? What do you want?
Excalibur again. Nothing interesting. That would be nice, but I don't know where to get that fucking illudium.
That it? Fine.
First the skies,
Then the crystal. What next? The advent of Great Krieger herself.
What else have I got letters wise? Okay. Didn't see that. Took a detour. She found ourselves driven from our home. Spare us a bit or three, the lads keep me. From Witten Hall. Nice. Oh god, there's lots. Yeah, still missing one. Nice. Still wish I knew where that last one thing was. But oh well. That wraps up everything until I eventually do the revisit on Final Fantasy mode. Yay! So I hope you enjoyed and catch you next time. Boom boom.